Hello. What's up, everyone? Oh, Steve D Live in the chat. Oh, it's my boy. What's going on? How's everyone doing? I'm gonna wait for a couple of people to filter in here. Steve, are you gonna be joining me tonight, brother? Or are you just gonna be just listening in the background as you do whatever work it is that you have to do? Is that what's gonna happen? Is that what's going on, Steve? He's gonna be chilling there. He's gonna be doing your thing. Hold on, I gotta hook Steve up here real quick. There we go. Boom shakalaka. There we go. Should be a mod now, Steve. What's up, Italo? How you doing, buddy? So we have a little bit of change of pace tonight, as you can see from the title of this video. What's up, Gabe the Gent? How you doing? We're gonna have a bit of a change of pace. Like I said, gonna be doing a couple different things here. Gonna be going over the H2O Delirious stuff. You know, apparently he's been suspended off of Twitter, and Gabbie Hanna has left social media. Oh, we got Aura here. What's up, baby girl? Talk to me.
What's going on?
How you doing, bro? I'm glad you're
I'm
here.
fantastic.
I'm glad you're here. Not anyone else, but you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Steve should be joining us, but then again, I don't know. I don't know if he is, so I guess we'll see.
It doesn't matter. Just like
we'll do this. So I did watch the Drama Alert episode, right?
Okay,
What's up, Geek Rage? Yeah, I did watch the Drama Alert episode where he kind of mentioned the thing and the stuff. And there's this guy named Chill the Venom that had made some videos regarding the situation. His first video got some traction, wherein he makes some claims in his videos. So I wanted to go over both his videos, and since you're here with me, it's good because you'll get the other perspective of things on it. But I'm not sure how much we'll be covering of the Gabbie Hanna stuff because I don't know how much there really is to say. Because I think there's been speculation about it, including I think I've seen people say, "Oh, it was because of the harassment she got and all this stuff."
No,
but,
that's not why. It's like, what is it? I actually talked about that because what is it? Keemstar mentioned it's the T channels, and I was like, oh no, I don't think it is. But yeah, a lot of people are thinking that she's either doing a music album or at least stating that she was going to do this the whole time, that she was going to delete it after she got like her videos out, which whatever, like to each their own. I don't really understand that. Like, I don't know, it was a big internet thing and it's deleted now, but whatever. But yeah, so supposedly she's just changing up her career, possibly rebranding, focusing on her music.
I see.
I don't care.
Well, I mean, look. Yeah, exactly. I don't care either. And the thing is, like, we know that people have done that in the past. You know, Filthy Frank, once he decided to go into music, that was it.
Pretty much.
He never looked back.
No, it's what he wanted to do. You know what I mean? That's what he wanted to do. He's always wanted to do that. So.
Yeah. So he's just keeping it real.
Yeah.
So whether or not that'll go good for him or not, I think it's gone relatively well for him, right? Seems
as far as I know, yeah.
I mean, he's been moderately successful with it, so good for Filthy Frank. Good stuff. So,
so Gabbie Hanna's done. All right, let's move on. Like, unless you really want to get into more depth, but like
no, because that's the thing. I don't think there's much to go on there either. I mean, she just said, I guess her comment was to Keem that she says, I left the internet and that was it. And it's just like, I mean, she still has everything active. So that doesn't tell me, at least for me, I don't view that as her having long-term plans of just being gone. Right. She didn't completely yeet everything. So, I mean, she's leaving it open for a possible return. That's the way I see it. Because if you're going to go that distance, you just delete all the shit. Right.
That's the way I see it. Diesel Patches left the internet harder than Gabbie. You know what I mean? Yeah. He actually like deleted his shit. So.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, to me, yeah, exactly. She'll be back. I think in time. I mean, this, especially once you've built up such a big base here on this platform, I don't see why you would just. I mean, I'm not saying that you could change into something that you couldn't shift into something else, but if you're, why not just leave that channel open and then just switch it around? She has a big enough base where she can basically make that rebranded as a music channel for herself if she wanted to. You know, so
yeah,
it might turn some people off, but for the most part, I mean, she did a variety of things on her channel, anyways, didn't she? Including music, right? So
yeah, that's where she dropped most of her music. And to my knowledge, I don't know. I don't know much about
yeah,
Gabbie Hanna. So
yeah. My understanding is she would do her songs and stuff on her channel anyway. So it wouldn't surprise me if she left it there just to come back as purely a music channel later, if that's what she's going to end up doing. I mean, why not? It's just another way to market. So, so screw it. You know.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, but so that's all. That's all there is with the Gabbie Hanna stuff. Unless something else comes out, unless there's more smoking gun. I don't think it's what anybody thinks is. Oh, she got driven off by the T channels. I doubt that. I mean, she stuck around for a good while after the whole fallout with that. So I sincerely doubt that that's what it is.
Well, that's an interesting segue. Can we talk about how Keemstar likes to hype shit up to things that they may not be? You know what I mean? Like he did that with Gabbie Hanna. He's the one who said that. He's the one that brought up T channels. You know,
that's true. That's true. Yeah, he is the one.
Yeah, and all in the same day, it's leading up to the next topic. You know what I mean? Like Keemstar is resurfacing some old shit.
Exactly.
That he doesn't have anything to really like prove it on. It's just all fucking speculation. But go ahead.
He's resurrecting old shit from the grave. So this video was one that was done by this guy Chilled Venom, who provides some things in it that he believes is evidence to point towards Delirious having multiple accounts.
Yeah.
Which is as you remember the second girl that Ohm had interviewed had claimed that she felt that Delirious had contacted her through an alt account and a burner email to harass her and to threaten her.
Yeah. Real quick, refresh my memory. How many interviews did Ohm do? Did he do 3 or 2?
He did 2. He did one with a girl named Sai and another one with I think somebody that he decided to call
Scottish
Sarah.
Girl, right? Sarah, yes.
I think he decided to call her Sarah. Let's be sure of that though. Let me look into that because I don't remember. Damn, I think it was Ohmwrecker Vlogs or something was the name of the channel.
Yeah, it was his second channel. Dude, it's been like the last time I remember this was in like July, I think. Well, you know what I mean?
Well, it's 2 months ago. Let's see. So yeah, the first interview was with Sai was the first girl, and the second one was Sarah. That's the one that made the claim of him potentially having
the one that Keemstar's talking about. Yeah, having multiple accounts.
Yeah, that's the one that he claims potentially had this that he had this burner account or whatever. So let's I have it up
that he had basically stock accounts at his disposal to like basically defend himself or at least get people to question shit, something like that.
Yeah. So that he basically had a burner account that or that's what she was claiming, that was harassing her, that only knew things that Delirious would know apparently and threaten her with.
If you want a good if you want a good example, John, to compare it to, Creepshow Art made that I'll still say allegedly for the sake of it, because I know how you are, but allegedly Creepshow had that one account talking shit about herself on the lolcow forums. So that way she could be like, yo, I have a stalker, I have haters, and then she'll like source that account that's basically her. That's kind of exactly what the Delirious is being accused of, except it's the opposite. He doesn't trash himself. Like, he trashes the supposed victims. So there you go.
And he trashes the people that are making the accusations against him. That's what he does. He trashes the people that are lobbying the accusations against him.
Exactly. So that's for anyone who didn't grasp what we're talking about. Maybe that's a clearer picture for you.
Yeah. Allegedly, because we don't know for a fact that it is him, but allegedly that's what he's doing, according to the people that
who are accusing him,
following this, and that are accusing him. So this is one of the people. I Chilled Venom. Don't know anything about him or his content. Either way, don't have anything. Don't have anything against him. Don't know much about him. Only now are we going to watch this video here and kind of react to it. Didn't get a chance to watch it beforehand. I watched his other one though. Beforehand, but I didn't get a chance to watch this one. So I guess we'll just kind of react to it live here and see what he had to say and what evidence he brings to the table to try to substantiate the claims he's making. So evidence, let's see.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are having a good day/night. So today we're going to be diving back into a long mess of a situation. Some of you are tired of this shit. Some of you are tired of all the drama altogether. And trust me, I am too. But every time there's something new to cover, I always just come back to it because I've been covering it for a long time. And the thing about the situation is that there's always such a mouthful to get through everything. And most of the time when I do these type of videos, they are usually very long unless there isn't much to cover. But today there's a mildly large amount of info to cover, so grab some chips or a snack or whatever, and let's just get right into this damn mess already. So obviously we're going to be talking about Delirious, and we'll be going more in depth to what's already public. So if you want to make more research yourself, then go for it, but just don't be a big old weirdo about it, you know. Also, one thing I want to say is that facts don't give two shits about your feelings, and the fact is that you can't really decide who's truly right when there are so many holes in this situation. You can pick sides, that's fine. You can also pinpoint some things to a conclusion, but will still be left unfinished because there's a lot more rather that hasn't been revealed or made public by both Ohm and...
Doesn't he sound kind of like Sen?
A little bit. I thought he was Sen at first.
Yeah.
I thought it was Sen's video when he first played it.
Yeah, he sounds a little bit like Sen.
No, he does. I thought it was.
Shit. Man, this is kind of weird. This is a little surreal.
And Delirious both have dirt and no one is innocent. Simple as that. I've made so many videos on Ohm bad mouthing him and, you know, pointing things out, so I thought I'd even the odds by pointing some things out about Delirious on the situation. And none of this could have been made possible without the amazing research of an individual who goes by the name of Doing the Rounds. And no, he's not fucking Ohm, calm the fuck down, but he has been researching Delirious into the situation for a while, and this is someone who came into the drama siding with Delirious, so please don't give him hate. I will know exactly who is just by Rounds telling me, so please be respectful and mature about things. I can at least trust you guys with that. I will be talking about this, you know, two topics, so this video will be cut into two parts. So let's start out with part one. Here it is.
All right, part one. Let's see. Oh my.
All right, so first we're going to be talking about the least spicy one for the first part. We're going to be talking about the whole crew in a way, and we're also going to be talking about how Wildcat basically and Scotty removed Delirious from their featured channels where they should usually have the whole Banana Buzz crew. And yes, I already know what you're going to say. It's a bit of a stretch, but just pay attention. Some people judge way too quickly. So not the whole crew removed Delirious from their featured. Rather, it was just Moo, Jiggly, and Terrorizer who did not. Nogla and Vanoss removed everyone except for their side channels. And the reason I find this to be more important, or rather connected to the situation, is because look back at who I said removed Delirious from their featured. Basically, Wildcat and Scotty did. Those three people were the ones involved with the victims more than anyone else in the group. Basically, Wildcat made the Skype call prank with Executioner, and even went and looked myself through these things to make sure that it's true. But Scotty also had several communications with the victim as well, and they will be blurred for safety reasons. Well, only Cyan, because we don't want her to get fucking doxxed again.
All right, so obviously, yeah, good point to bring up that some of the people involved, right, that were mentioned in that with the Ohmwrecker stuff back on Drama Alert, have removed them. But if you think about it, they probably removed Louis too. It's probably safe to assume that they did the same thing with Louis. Probably anything that has to do with any kind of accusations is stuff that most, if not all of them, are probably going to distance themselves from because of how big their channels are now. It's, you know, PR move.
So I was going to say, yeah, pretty much everything you're saying. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's not that unusual. But let's see what the receipts are showing.
And here are the blurred tweets with the victim. So here's Scotty as well. Nope, just laying in bed, lol. And then the girl says, grr. And is everyone asleep now? Fuck, what is sleep? Where can I download it? It's a perk, you unlock it, I believe. Well, really, how? I don't know. Otherwise, I'd be sleeping, lol. We need to find out how to get it. Are you in? I don't know what he said after that. There, it just gets worse. Ha ha ha. Lol. I think I'm gonna die. Ha 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 ha. Smiley face. Fuck you making me die when I'm trying to watch anime with Dahi Denogla. How dare you? Cyan has also interacted with Scotty with which makes it more official. So here it says, Cyan, we're too perfect, and then a text that's not important.
So the one called Cyan and these is the one that Ohm had interviewed. The Psy. That's basically who this is. You know, I mean, he blurred out her name of the other one, but it's her.
It's not. You can even zoom in if you can try and read it. I don't really care. And then she also interacted with Delirious here. I like the YouTube video from H2O Delirious, Far Cry 3, funny moments. And then another one, I like the YouTube video from Vanoss Gaming, Black Ops 2, Ninja Diffuse, Montage 3, Pokeball, Pancake Sensor, best playlist ever, and I don't know what goes after that. And so it's crazy that the main three that were...
Sorry, go ahead.
You okay?
No, it's just like the way he's reading it. It's like he doesn't give a fuck, but whoever was like super excited. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's just. I guess that's why he just killed Venom because he's just like, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
He's
Yeah, it's like
mellow
Sen.
about
Yeah,
whatever.
that's what I
It is.
That should have been Sen's name. It's the same fucking person.
Yeah. Where is Sen?
Playing video games or something, or not giving a fuck about us, like per usual. You know what I mean? Like,
That's fine. All right, I was just curious.
I can ask him if you want. Hold on.
Well, I tossed the link out. If he wants to come in, he can. If not, that's cool. He doesn't have to.
All right. Yeah. Is it okay if I eat here, or do you want me to?
Oh, I don't care. Go ahead. No, you don't gotta go. You're fine.
Cool,
You're fine.
Cool.
Remove Delirious from their, featured basically Wildcat and Scotty. It's not like they were involved or anything. Maybe a prank was pulled on Delirious and recorded a video that never reached the surface. This will be explained now as we move on to part 2. Alright, so for part 2, we're going to be focusing on Delirious and the victims and slightly the whole crew again. Rounds will be guiding through the tweets, so we will read off his explanation, and I'll be explaining the pictures he provides. So for the first tweet, it says, H2O Delirious says he's unaware to this day if Bree was 17 when he had Skype sex with her. A quick search of her public account shows Bree was 19 in January of 2015. Now turning 20 for a few months, 13 of May, APB, showing she was definitely 17 years old when he had Skype sex with her.
Okay, I see where this is going. So I'm sure they're gonna be going over the tweets that remember that Ohm had put in a folder and sent to Keem.
Yeah, the out of context, blah blah blah.
I'm sure a lot of those are gonna be it. And here's the thing. So here's what I'll say about it. Is it a pretty good chance? Is there a pretty good chance that he knew how old she actually was before this? Sure, absolutely. It's definitely within the realm of possibility that he knew how old she actually was the entire time. But unless you're going to show something where he acknowledges that in any way, shape, or form, they're probably going to go the route. I feel it's going to go the route of there's no way he shouldn't have known how old she was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like that's where this is going. We're going right back to the pyrocynical shit, right?
Pretty much. It's so, I don't think you can really talk about this situation, especially with the coverage of it today. Like you're about to go and just resurface everything, so we got to go back to everything all over again. So
yeah,
there's no way around it.
Yeah, let's see.
In January 2013. So the first picture shows her speaking about her birthday almost turning 20 in a few months, that being on May 13. We can confirm her birthday in the next picture with her labeling her birthday being on the May of 13. The numbers on the side mean how many days are left. She posted that on April 15, and if you count from the 15th of April all the way to the May of 13, then it will add up. Rounds took the extra step of even using an age calculator, and it shows the moment of birth on the top.
God.
And the month Delirious had Skype sex.
I mean, I don't think there was ever in any doubt that she was 17 when she was said to be 17. But I mean, the guy went the extra mile, so I guess good on him, for being super thorough.
Exactly.
So
with the victim in the bottom, and even confirmed her turning 20 on the May of 15, 2015. Delirious went on to admit having Skype sex with the 17-year-old in a tweet longer and insinuated that they were just Xbox friends. He allegedly then heard of a recording his friends took of the Skype sex 1 week after the event. He confronts them on the 20th of January 2013, but was tweeting Bree in December 2012. And here is the first picture where Delirious says he heard of an audio recording confirming Delirious's confirmation, along with the tweets after the events of the Skype call happening, like where H2O says no one can trust Executioner or Marcel. And the next picture is a little bit more straightforward because the top tweet says, how you gonna beat your meat on a group Skype chat? I mean, this is not I fucking love you, but damn, bahaha. And then Wildcat himself adds to it, saying that he literally just jerked it to a still image of a minor. And then the random just flips the fuck out. And then Wildcat closes it off with saying that Delirious was in a Skype chat video.
Well, remember, this is one of the ones that Ohm had sent to Keem. There was
I remember
that Google Doc.
With the minor, and before some of you say that it wasn't.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I'm like, dude, you can't not send this to Keem, otherwise he won't run the story, you know what I mean? Don't forget the grooming allegations, don't you know? Don't you remember that, John? Oh shit!
Steve's I remember that too. Steve D Live is here. Hey. Ari's here too. Stop say before I go. All right, that's cool. I appreciate it, Ari. Thank you for even stopping by. Steve D Live, you ready for this?
Oh, I'm ready. What are we looking at? Delirious? What did Delirious do?
Well, we're looking at more of the so what happened today apparently was, or yesterday, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but Delirious's account got suspended, and suspiciously, I guess they're saying that some of these accounts that were alleged or people might have suspected were alts of Delirious also got suspended around the same time off of Twitter. So you know, people, yeah. So it's a little sus, right? So I guess what people are the conclusion that people are coming to is that maybe it was Delirious all along. Maybe what happened in that second interview that Ohm had with the Sarah girl, and what she was saying, because in that interview she was saying that Delirious, she believed that Delirious had gotten on an alt account and threatened her. You know what I mean? Because the person that was messaging her, was DMing her on that account, knew details that she claims that only Delirious could have known. Okay.
Yeah, that was like about the kid or something, right?
Yeah, about her kid and her, you know, stuff, details about her family, and was making threats. So she believes that it was Delirious. She's like, I believe it was him because it was stuff that I had told him, and I can't think of anybody else that would use that against me. So she made the claim that she believed that it was, well, not so much the claim. She seemed pretty certain that it was Delirious.
Yeah.
She didn't just outright say that she suspects. She's like, it has to be him. So that's what she said.
I think we even defended Delirious, or maybe Crow did. I don't know anything about the situation. I just remember being on stream and they were saying, well, like, you can't really prove that this was Delirious, and why would the Delirious do this? So if it does turn out that was, then that's not very good. Yeah.
Again, and when I covered the interview, the Sarah interview, I had said in that video, I'm like, is it possible that it is Delirious? Absolutely. It's always within the realm of possibility that what this person is claiming is true. And the timing, some of the timing does seem a bit suspicious, right? And the other thing too that I said in that video was that there was some stuff that was consistent and compelling. But even still, right? Even the fact that they confirmed that the Twitter account, and I guess the email account that was also harassing, or were obviously the Twitter account led back to that same email. I'm like, okay, so there's the link there, right? The account that harassed her and the Twitter and the email account. Okay, we know they're from the same person. They're tied together. That's compelling stuff. So
because you could see like the last two letters by forgetting password, or
I forget exactly how, but basically it was all linked together.
it was verified. Yeah.
That it was verified that it was linked together. And I forget. I would have to go back to the interview. I'm like, okay, that's interesting, but even still, how do you still can't prove that leads back to Delirious? The only thing you've established is that yes, this Twitter account and this email fit together, right? Yeah, that's about it. You know what I mean? But still, how do you prove that it's that Delirious did it? You still can't prove that yet. I mean, that's still pure speculation. So, and I think,
but then all these accounts got taken down at the same time, so now people are like,
which are like, yeah, that raises an eyebrow, right? That's raising flags with people.
This thing's stacking up on top of each other, you know? So like,
which again,
same emails all at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, look, accounts get banned every day. Now a bunch of accounts getting mass banned at the same time, depending on how many it is. Yeah, that definitely is suspicious, right? Especially if in some way, shape, or form there's so many that they are however many degrees of separation away from Delirious, right?
But do you think that they could have maybe mass flagged all the accounts at the same time to make it look like it was Delirious? Because like when my account gets flagged, my alts, or my one alt, doesn't get flagged. I guess I got two alts, but like it's not like, I don't think it's banning people based on IP. Because if it were, because I don't use a VPN, if it were, then I think like what happened to more people, I don't know, maybe the severity of why he got banned also plays into something. But didn't Def Noodles have like an alt account up for a bit before that got yeeted as well?
I think so. But the thing is, like in the case of in this case, right? I guess one of the claims was, I guess, whatever. In Keemstar, in the Drama Alert video, he said that I guess the official reason was for spam stuff, and I guess in the spam rules, it also shows like, you know, if you're using your account to spam other people, right? Like and essentially, like if you're creating accounts to just mess with other people, right? That I guess that would fall under the spam policy violation as well. So that's just leading people to think like, oh, maybe there's something here, and maybe there is. Maybe there is. It's I've always said that it's absolutely within the realm of possibility. But let's see if they have anything that could substantiate it more. Steve, let me know what you think of this guy's voice. Tell me who he sounds like.
Towards Delirious that we're talking about. Who else has had allegations thrown at them about having Skype calls with a minor other than Delirious? Louis Caliber's situation with the minors happened sometime after, and many
minor, and even then it's not even a situation with the minor because that's an unsubstantiated claim as well.
lads happened in 2016, so this is directly at Delirious. Moving on, however, Marcel also brought up the video by threatening Delirious with publicizing the video, and then someone asked, aren't you guys friends? And then Delirious says that they were, and then tells him, I guess you know who to trust. And the next one, the last one, is directly towards Marcel, telling him that he hates drama and how he's hearing something from everyone, which is probably about the Skype call video. And then Marcel just brings up how Delirious basically publicized it as well with the comments that he made. But remember who removed Delirious from their features and who is talking about it here. Wildcat and Marcel are the ones talking about a Skype call and know exactly what Delirious did, and now it took them this long to remove him from their featured list. And I feel like they're trying to distance from Delirious, and removing him from the featured list is the first step to that.
See, but I'd like to know exactly when they moved him from the featured list. Was it back when he first had the allegations, or was this recent? Because he makes it seem like it's recent, but he's not. I don't think he's shown anything to substantiate that it's because of this, right? Because of his recent suspension.
H2O Delirious.
H2O Delirious. I'll check the Wayback Machine right now.
Yeah, well, check Wildcat.
Who is he supposed to sound like though? Because like I can't. Sen. It sounds kind of familiar. It sounds like Sen. You think?
Yeah, he sounds a little.
Is it sped up?
No, it's not.
No, I don't think he's. It sounds maybe a little like Sen. I thought he sounded almost like Louis a bit though.
No.
Maybe a mix of Louis
more
and
like
Sen.
In the beginning, he sounded more like Sen when he didn't give a fuck. Now he probably cares, you know.
Yeah. So
okay.
So the channels you should probably look into is Wildcat's channel, 407's channel, and Basically I Do Work.
Yeah, that's his name, by the way. Basically I Do Work is the name. So he wasn't talking to you. That's confused me before, to be honest.
Yeah.
Wait, so what channel was he saying he got taken off the featured list from?
So he's saying that, on the featured channels list, the featured
on someone else's channel, right?
Yeah, basically it's how on the about either the about page or the channel page it shows you like featured. You could feature other creators like basically saying like channels that you recommend other people follow.
It's kind of like what you do with Crow and shit like that, you know?
Yeah. So like, what channel took him off of
Wildcat?
Wildcat took off Delirious. Basically I Do Work took Delirious off, and so did 407. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So a bunch of them. All right.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm just to kind of narrow down exactly when that happened, because if I want to know if it happened back when he first got the allegations against him, remember around the time that these interviews came out, or maybe even before that,
so
or
when
if
was
it was
that?
recent. Yeah. So the interviews came out 2 months ago, right? And then the other stuff, the accusations before that, I think were like a month or two before that. The ones when he went on Drama Alert, whenever it was that Ohm went on Drama Alert, that was when the first round of those accusations came out, and they rehashed kind of loose stuff. So,
okay. Yeah, I'm gonna Wayback Machine them in the background, and I'll let you know if I see anything.
All right, so Drama Alert. Let me just see when it was that Keem covered the Ohmwrecker interview. So that was 4 months ago. And then the interviews that Ohm did with the girls that he claims are Delirious's victims, that was 2 months ago. The 2 interviews.
And when was the last time that they knew that it was featured? Do you know?
See, that's the thing. He hasn't specified, at least I see. Did you hear him specify when? Or because he makes us He's made it seem
Not
like
that
it
I-
was lately, but he didn't specify a date. Let me go back
No, I
just in
don't-
case.
Yeah, go back just in case, but I didn't hear any kind of specific dates.
Yeah, I didn't hear him specify any dates, so let me just see.
January 2013, but was tweeting Brie in December 2012. And here is the first picture where Delirious says he heard of an audio recording confirming Delirious's confirmation, along with the tweets after the events of the Skype call happening, like where H2O says no one can trust Executioner or Marcel. And the next picture is a little bit more straightforward because the top tweet says, how you gonna beat your meat on a group Skype chat? I mean, this is not I fucking love you, but damn, bahaha. And then Wildcat himself adds to it saying that he literally just jerked it to a still image of a minor. And then the random just flips the fuck out. And then Wildcat closes it off with saying that Delirious was in a Skype chat video with the minor. And before some of you say that it wasn't towards Delirious that we're talking about, who else has had allegations thrown at them about having Skype calls with the minor other than Delirious? Louis Caliber's situation with the minors happened sometime after, and Mini Lads happened in 2000.
And like I said, the only thing we know is that a conversation took place between Louis and a person that, says they were minor and very well could have been. But again, we still don't know that for a fact. So just throwing that out there.
Yep, for anyone who forgot.
For anyone that forgot, we don't know that beyond a reasonable doubt. So
16.
we just have one person's
Louis
word.
didn't do anything with no minors. People are just crazy.
Yeah, there we go. That's the
I don't
eagle I've
even.
got.
Yeah, ask me. 'Cause I don't care.
No,
I'm not gonna be like,
Mr. Louis Innocent.
who is that?
Mr. Louis.
That fucking red skate. Oh, no, it's
No.
Consuela. Holy shit.
She's
Ah,
making a guess.
Fuck outta here.
Mr. Redsky, no here.
Yeah, Jesus Christ,
Don't know who
Consuela.
that is.
It's
Is that
Consuela.
Ohmwrecker in the chat? Hold on.
See,
These suspensions were not done via reporting. He had over half a dozen all suspended.
Oh, it is on
including
record.
ones
Yeah.
that threatened us. Delirious was survey junkie now.
Ohmwrecker, I've heard nothing but terrible things about you, but
oh,
how you
no.
doing? How does it feel to suck
Ohm
so
is
much?
a liar.
So just
Mr.
all right. Hey, let's let Ohm say his piece. Here's the thing. We're not saying one way or another. We're just looking into it, man, to see what it is that Chilled Venom is saying here. So
Yeah.
we're just looking at what's available to us publicly.
Do you want to
To us
come on so
peasants.
that way you can recant certain events since you covered these interviews? Do you want to come
Yeah.
on?
Do you want to come on and kind of detail the stuff from your interviews?
I mean, it has a lot of your shit is being referenced, so I don't know if you want to explain it. If not, that's fine. I don't really care. We'll go
Okay.
over it anyway.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Yeah. Oh, you should though.
Mhm.
If he
But if
thinks
you
we're
wanna
spreading
clarify-
misinformation.
No.
Yeah, if you want to clarify some things, please feel free. So, let me see. All right. Seth Rogan sent me this. Here, I'll show this real quick. The Seth Rogan sent me.
The way back
So this-
machine's
this
being
is, I
slow,
guess-
so
So I guess this is what
Put it out
I guess Delirious posted on the. Let me see. All right, so this is what he, and thanks for this, Seth. Delirious posted this, I guess after this all went down. Twitter accounts got hit with a bunch of spam crap and was suspended, which I can see from the email Twitter sent me. We'll be getting them back soon, and until then, I guess I'll message you randomly. I was addicted to scrolling through Twitter, so maybe this will get me off of it. LOL. So seems to be taking the situation in stride. Seems to think that everything will be back in order in time. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. So,
It's a weird thing to get suspended for fucking spam. Like, whatever.
yeah. Well, the thing,
I
that's
think
the
Rose
thing.
Malay got suspended for the same
Well,
thing.
let me
I think
show you-
Anonymous Gene's accounts or Gene got Pescator and Twitter or Tipster's accounts on Twitter taken down for the same shit, but it was like
no,
not like for real.
no. Mr. Tipster,
It's-
very
that's a-
nice.
It's okay, Consuela. It's in the past. It's all right.
Okay, so let me show.
Oh.
I want to show this. Real
No.
quick. So,
What is it?
Ohmwrecker,
Sure,
you want to
nothing.
come here to interview Consuela? What fucking
No, I stay here. I stay here.
Wait, whitewashing. Delirious is lying and whitewashing. What do you mean he's
Mr.
whitewashing again? What the fuck is white? No, Ohmwrecker, come in and explain yourself. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's so much easier. Dude, if you want me to leave, I'll leave. Just if you want to come in, I don't know. It'll make you feel more comfortable.
Why would he want you to leave? Or are you too based for Ohmwrecker?
Dude, I don't know.
You're like the most reasonable person I know.
I told him to stick his head in mac and cheese one time. It was a long time ago. It was in the past.
That's not even bad. Come on.
I don't know. If you don't want to come in, that's fine. Just let us know if you want to come in or not. It's easier.
If he's comfortable in the chat, I don't mind. He could be in the chat. You know,
he can be in the chat. I'm fine with that. It's easier to clarify your points and ask you questions.
I was gonna make fun of you for saying whitewashing.
Oh no!
All right, so let's look this over real quick. All right. So it says overview. September 2020. You may not use Twitter service in a manner intended to artificially amplify or suppress information or engage in behavior that manipulates or disrupts people's experience on Twitter. So there we go. It gets into a little bit more details here. We'll go over them real quick. We want Twitter to be a place where people can make human connections, find reliable information, express themselves freely and safely. To make that possible, we do not allow spam or other types of platform manipulation. We define platform manipulation as using Twitter to engage in bulk, aggressive, or deceptive activity that misleads others and or disrupts their experience. Platform manipulation can take many forms, and our rules are intended to address a wide range of prohibited behavior, including commercially motivated spam that typically aims to drive traffic or attention from a conversation on Twitter to accounts, websites, products, services, or initiatives. Inauthentic engagements that attempt to make accounts or content appear more popular or active than they are. Coordinated activity that attempts to artificially influence conversations through the use of multiple accounts, fake accounts, automation, and or scripting. And coordinated harmful activity that encourages or promotes behavior which violates the Twitter rules. So it would really probably fall along this last one. Yeah, this last one more than anything, if it was indeed due to these quote unquote spam violations that Delirious is claiming. Which again, I don't know. I don't know if that's why he got suspended or not.
So what Creepshow Art did on Low Cabin on Twitter, claiming. They yeeted him for talking to himself and twisting narratives and shit.
No,
who the fuck is Consuelo?
What do you mean? You don't know who Consuelo is?
You know who
I don't know who that.
There's Consuelo from Family Guy, dog.
Yeah, no.
I got fired from Fox.
I put it in the private chat.
It's why I'm here.
I put it in the private chat, Steve. So,
no, I don't believe you.
But anyway, so here's the thing. So it's possible that it could be because of this, but nobody knows for a fact that it is. And I sincerely doubt that we'll ever see an email to confirm that. I doubt that Delirious will ever share that email. So we may never know. So he says, Ohm said, I don't have an issue with Aura. Just now is not the time. Okay, that's fine. I mean, you can chill. You could chill. You can chill in the chat, man.
That's such a fucking... Now's not the time. Okay.
People be civil in the chat. You know what I mean? That's fine. So let's hear
this time, Mr. Ohm. I think you bitch.
Okay, Consuelo, be nice. Be nice, Consuelo. Be nice. Let's get back to the video.
Consuelo, settle down. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, let's directly at Delirious. Moving on, however, Marcel also brought up the video by threatening Delirious with publicizing the video, and then someone asked, aren't you guys friends? And then Delirious says that they were, and then tells him, I guess you know who to trust. And the next one, the last one, is directly towards Marcel, telling him that he hates drama, and now he's hearing something from everyone, which is probably about the Skype call video. And then Marcel just brings up how Delirious basically publicized it as well with the comments that he made. But remember who removed Delirious from their features and who is talking about it here. Wildcat and Marcel are the ones talking about a Skype call and know exactly what Delirious did, and now it took them this long to remove him from their featured list. And I feel like they're trying to distance from Delirious, and removing him from the featured list is the first step to that. Delirious also said that they didn't know each other outside of Xbox, yet there are screenshots of Delirious adding the victim, saying where she is, and the screenshot where Tyler quoted one of the victim's tweets, which also says Delirious acts like a thirsty 13-year-old with daddy issues, and Delirious' tweet in the bottom explains it all with that winky face. Rounds also explains it in his words, saying, "This shows that Delirious, 1, was acquainted with Bree outside of Xbox before the Skype sex, 2, has done something to make her think that he was quote-unquote thirsty before the Skype sex, and 3, should be aware that her Twitter account was just a few months old before the Skype sex and contained her age."
Yeah, this is something we already know. This was already established a long time ago that he obviously knew her before any of that shit took place. So, but again, it all comes back to what I was trying to say.
What the hell?
What is it?
What the hell?
Okay.
It's because we love
It's a vacuum
vacuuming.
cleaner.
I clean.
All right.
Oh,
mute your
shit.
mic. So, all right, to get to derail this shit all night. We're never gonna get through this. So it goes back to what we were saying before. Remember, or with the pyrocynical shit, right? It's everyone kept saying, "Well, you should have known. You should have known that. Should have known the age. Should have known the age." And look, I'll go out on a limb and say, yeah, there's a very good possibility that he did probably know how old she actually was. But again, nobody can seem to prove that. Nobody can seem to prove that with his own words. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
And just saying he should have known, or there's no way he could have known, that doesn't mean shit. That really doesn't mean anything.
Furthermore, Delirious leads us to believe that he had no contact with the 17-year-old Bree after he found out that Skype sex was recorded. However, we can see below many of Delirious' group of friends remained friends with Bree after the events, making it unlikely that he could cut ties completely. And this is...
Nope.
Nice. An ad.
Oh no.
Yeah.
See, that's what Sun sounds like. Not like this guy.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
Mr.
Sen.
Sen is very best.
We'll never.
Hey, thank you, Consuelo. I appreciate it.
See?
I got something for you later tonight, babe girl. Don't worry.
Oh,
That's
I prefer single.
Eyes completely.
All right, so we see here. This obviously they knew who this person was, and they gamed it this person as well, that we know. So.
And this is true. Almost all of them did keep in touch, and I am even surprised that Banos made a comment considering how composed of a person he is, who would never even think of jumping into drama. And they even played games with Bree, and even...
I mean, but that doesn't mean that... All right. Sure. I guess.
John is not impressed.
Very much stayed in contact.
No, not really.
But since there is no proof of Delirious having made contact with her after this, it will stay as a maybe, but most likely, but just in case we move on. It is also interesting to note that although Bree's account is private and H2O and the crew have deleted many of their tweets for this period, I came across this below tweet from a fan asking...
P. Barber's Gaming in your chat actually brings up an interesting question. Why would Wildcat and Marcel keep the Skype video? Also, wouldn't that be illegal since the minor thing?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
That's a good question.
Not only would it be illegal for them to keep it because it was illegally recorded, the fact that they distributed it is also illegal.
Interesting.
So
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I saw it. That's a good question. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's.
I don't know why they would keep it either.
Yeah.
Because they're a bunch of goofballs.
Yep. Apparently.
I think wasn't it? Didn't we when we covered it? It's basically it boiled down to like they were doing a joke that got out of hand and they were just stupid, something like that.
Basically, yeah. Well, they were saying that it was all a prank. It was all a prank, bro. And it's just like, and that's probably what it was. It might have been a prank that went off the rails. It might have been intended to be something else that it wasn't. There's no way to know for sure because that's the claims that they're making.
John.
Yes. What's up?
It's just a prank, bro.
Apparently,
funniest pranks includes
apparently.
No pranks here. No
what was
pranks
said,
here.
There's been a couple different accounts of what it was meant to be. Right? They were one hand they wanted. There's been this has been thrown out there, right? Oh, they wanted to see how thirsty Delirious was and did this, or the other reason that's been put out there is supposedly that they wanted to see if he would do a face reveal. I don't know it's true. That's just what's been put out there.
Dude, fucking Delirious, didn't he have like a history for being like a fuckboy though?
They all did. They all kind of did.
I'm sure to some degree. I'm sure to some degree, anybody that builds up a big enough following is gonna look. It happens with everybody that gets those numbers. They get groupies. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I mean, they all did. Like Keemstar literally goes, "Oh, hit me up in DMs if you want to date me." Like how fuckboy can you be? Like, is
Ohmwrecker? Would that mean Ohmwrecker was also a fuckboy?
I don't know. Are you a fuckboy?
Why does he keep saying whitewashing? Why don't you just say they're trying to cover it up? What do you mean by whitewashing?
I guess whitewashing is the easier way of saying cover up. I don't know.
Here's the thing. I've heard you say this before. The thing is, a prank is a practical joke or a mischievous act. You know what I mean? Something with bad
paint
intentions.
A wall.
So it's not that it's just all for the lulz. You can still prank somebody and it be malicious. You know what I mean? With malicious intent. Now, if their whole thing was they were running an undercover sting operation like predator poachers, you know what I mean? That's one thing. If that's true, then okay. But the thing is, the story has changed so many times, it's hard to know what is true because it seemed like that was the case, that they were doing this to catch him in the act, right? Of seeing how far he would go. And then there's this reason out there, oh, we just wanted to see his face. Okay. Well, who knows what is actually true because nobody has been consistent with the reason behind it.
Yeah.
So
it's all like
all we could do is speculate. Yeah, exactly. It's all fuckery. Because now, I mean, why would they say now? Why would they stick to the story now that we were just trying to do it to see how far he would go, or because we wanted to be the predator poachers and shit? You know what I mean? Why would they say that now? It wouldn't benefit them. So.
Delirious to tell Bree to shut the fuck up in September 2013 with nearly 5 months after the Skype sex. Holy shit, I almost messed that up. And here is that picture where the random told Bree to shut the fuck up, which raised a couple of eyebrows, or rather she's lying or they are trying to cover up what really happened. And what did happen? Well, we'll have to wait for more info to release because I can't just assume shit and run with it like some people do, but we move forward. This is interesting because Delirious has told us he never found out Bree's true age, said they didn't have much contact, and led us to believe that they cut ties. However, this All
right, hold on. I want to see what William says. What prank involved you using an underage girl that had been crossing lines with and ends in your friends telling you to shut the fuck up, talk about distributing it, etc. Bro, you're fixating way too much on the fact of what prank means and not seeing it for what it actually means, what you think it is.
It is a fucked up prank, though. Like, we got to admit that if this shit went down. Like,
oh, no, absolutely. But my point is with saying prank is that pranks can be fucking illegal because they can be mischievous or malicious.
Dude, yes. You know they did the bomb prank. Are you kidding? That guy's in jail.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like, so you're worrying, you think that it's being downplayed because of it being said as a prank. You know what I mean? No, it's still a bad thing. Nobody's saying it's not a bad thing. It could still be a very bad and malicious thing. That's the point. So, in case you think we're just trying to downplay it because we're saying prank, that's not what we're doing. Pranks could still be fucking illegal and malicious.
I knew that H2O was friends with Bree nearly 9 months after the Skype sex event that wasn't made public till 2021. And there's further proof that they had made a couple combos that I really don't know the context of, but Delirious did lie about not knowing who Bree is, and they seemed pretty close at the time of these tweets, so I doubt Delirious didn't know how old she was. He most likely knew her age, but we'll just move on.
See, it's the pyrocynical. It's pyrocynical all over again. Called it. Pyrocynical. He should have known. There's no way he could have known. Okay, show that he did. You know what I mean? That's it. You know? That's it. Just show beyond a shadow of a doubt that he did know. You know what I mean? Because it's not about what you think you know. It's about what you can prove.
Well, the shoulda, woulda, couldas are fucking meaningless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Well, yeah.
Oh, no.
Consuelo, it's all right. You know, it's in the past.
No.
Final part already.
It
is also important to note that Delirious. It says in his tweet longer that his friends made an audio recording, quote unquote, of the Skype sex, yet it was stated on numerous occasions by his friends that it was in fact a video recording of his Skype sex encounters with the 17-year-old Bree. And yeah, this is true. He did say it was a recording while everyone else said it was a video. Marcel said it was a video, and so did Tyler say it was a video. The reason probably why Delirious called it an audio clip is because it was recorded as a video that only shows the call with Delirious in the audio, considering Delirious never turns on his camera.
Okay, so this is all like old territory. There's not really anything new that we're learning from this. Let me bring up his other video.
Know what happened? Oh, okay, yeah. So all his accounts got deleted. That's why we're talking about.
Yeah. That's why we're talking about it, because his account was yeeted, and apparently these other accounts that were suspected of being him were also yeeted around the same time. So
yeah, he has the. So basically, this all ties in together because I don't know if you remember this, Steve, because I don't even think you were a part of this shit. I think this is I think you were doing something else, but he got accused of potentially having multiple different accounts to use against the people who were speaking out or try to out him, and he would disparage them and fucking basically defend himself using those accounts in weird ways. You know what I mean? So all of a sudden, him and multiple accounts go down, which kind of shows that doesn't even really show. I don't know, but it kind of correlates that they could be his, could be.
Yeah.
You know,
they're ones that are either a certain degree of separation from Delirious or are suspected of being him, right? So the one, I think one of the main ones that was said to have been yeeted around the same times was the Ray Harpy one, which is the one that Ohm had brought up the girl Sarah had brought up in the interview with Ohm.
Yeah, I have an alt too, by the way. Yeah, everyone usually does have an alt. I have an alt in case I get yeeted.
What the fuck's an alt for? What?
An alt account for Twitter.
For Twitter?
Backup.
Seat Rogan made me one.
No.
So I guess I have one now. I don't know how he did that. I have one now because shout out to Seat Rogan actually.
I mean, I have Aragami. That's my backup account. It's in my bio.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that
one. So this is the second video that Chill Venom did. He did this one today, and I think this is the one where he shows kind of the association of the accounts.
See, this is what I don't like about Ohmwrecker. Not suspected, confirmed. He threatened a baby. Like, where's the confirmation? Like,
Remember when we were raging about that? Remember?
I think hold on. I think he showed it. I think he showed it in his interview that they showed messages. Ohmwrecker says they're not. It's not could be, but they are linked to H2O Delirious. I don't know that though. You know what I mean? I don't know that, so I would have to look into it.
See, but that's the thing. Like, even just saying that, right? If you say that. For sure, they're linked. The thing is, do you have something that could truly substantiate that, right? Like if you say, like if you were to look at all these accounts, right, that have been banned or whatever, or even just one, right, or even just one of these alternate accounts, right, that was banned. Think about the Creep Show Art situation, right? Didn't somebody do an IP?
Well, no, she admitted it. She said she got IP spoofed. Like she admitted it.
Whatever.
Yeah, we're gonna look. She could have said it was. Yeah, she could have denied it, but she outed herself. You're.
Shannon a schizo.
Yeah, she basically. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. It's just like if you could just show that at least one of these accounts, right, has an IP address that is where is Delirious? I think in North Carolina.
I believe it's North. Yeah,
if you could show that it like leads, which I would think that'd be very hard to prove unless Delirious is. Look, I don't think Delirious is the smartest guy, right? But I think I would think he would at least have a fucking VPN. But if he doesn't,
Ohmwrecker says, I think he says he has
nothing wrong with not having a VPN, John.
I think he says he has proof. I don't know which part he's talking about. If he has proof of the accounts being linked, I think it's to what Steve was asking. No. I think he has proof of like basically the messages of him threatening the baby. I don't know.
Oh my god! I hate that he can't come on and fucking say what he's saying like on chat. Like it takes more trouble to like type something than it does just to fucking say it, dude. Even Aura gets on fucking call when he's like doing things around the house. So I don't know what your fucking excuse is other than you're a fucking pussy.
Here's the thing. He did look in Ohm's video where he was interviewing Sarah. He did show the DMs that she had received, right?
I think DMs and emails. I think like whatever, whatever was available.
That's the thing, and I don't know if you saw that video because I remember you had hit up Crow and you had offered a correction, which I corrected on air, by the way. It was something that I got wrong. And I corrected the record, but then I also looked at the stuff and I agreed that it's compelling information because you were able to confirm the email address being attached to the social media account. Which again, that's compelling. Okay, that's interesting. You know, that it's all linked together. You know, the same email that's doing the harassing is also linked to this account, right? So the thing is, that's where the thread ends, though. I mean, how do you follow that thread all the way back to Delirious outside of just believing this girl's claim of her saying, "Oh, she knows that it is, but she can't possibly prove it. But she knows that it is, and that's
Just
enough."
gut feeling.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like we can't just go by people's word. You know what I mean?
God, I'll be right back.
All right.
He did use, okay, so he says communications with Twitter direct investigations have been going on for months. He did use VPNs, fake emails, burner phones, numbers, even virtual machines. That's quite an operation he's got going then.
Yeah, for real. It's a one-man army.
How did they link it all back to him? How did they link it all back to him then?
Look,
yeah, especially virtual machines and shit. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so just let me make something clear here too, right? Because I've said this before too. I don't know if Delirious is guilty of any of this shit. I don't know if he is. I don't know if he isn't. I'm not going to sit here and die on the hill trying to defend him. I honestly don't give a shit, right? If he is, then he deserves whatever's coming, right?
I would like to see the evidence myself. I want to see it myself. Like, no offense, Ohmwrecker, but I don't think you have the best credibility. I think you know why I think that. I'm not really going to like fight with you in the fucking chat, but you know, I can't just take your word for anything, to be honest. I need to see all this fucking evidence because that's some wild shit. Go ahead,
well,
Steve.
you're listing things that people use to specifically not get caught for shit. Like, you can't link someone back to a fucking burner phone, I'm pretty sure. You can't, unless they out themselves. Like, is there footage of him using this shit? And it's like, look, I'm retarded. I'm recording myself using VPNs and fucking burner phones and shit.
Steve, I'm downloading a virtual machine on my VPN as we speak. No, I'm kidding.
And I said this, look, I said this in the second interview with Sarah because I thought that was a much better interview than the Psy one because of how Delirious reacted to that one. He reacted way different to that one than he did to the Psy one, which I thought was interesting. Now, it doesn't mean that I believe 100%, you know, that he's guilty of anything, but I thought it was very interesting. I thought it was a little bit interesting the way he reacted to it because of how different it was from how he reacted to the first one. So I found that to be, like I said, just interesting, but I don't know anything. I don't know because there's not enough out there that I see. And I thought there was much more compelling evidence in the second interview, right? The Sarah interview, I thought the evidence there was like, okay, this stuff is interesting, right? This is confirmed with this. These two things are attached. That's good. There's consistency here. But again, I don't know. I mean, again, how do you link it all back? How do you know that the thread stops with him? Nobody knows that. All we have is a person's word to take for it. That's it. You know?
How did he Ohmwrecker saying he outed himself? How did he out himself then? And we gotta wait, I guess, a minute for him to reply.
That's
It'd be better if you just came on home. I mean, we already had we've already had our sessions of the ridiculing and having fun at your expense. Well,
John, just say it how it is. It's okay. Crow's not here. It'll be civil. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Crow's
angry.
Yeah.
We know you don't have receipts, so we're not expecting those. We know you're allergic to them. We just want to not have this big ass delay every time we ask you something.
Yeah.
And Crossroads is just legit account. Look, and that's the thing. Listen, if all these accounts go back live at the same time, again, you know, that'll be another great piece of evidence. That'll show there'll be some consistency there, right? But even still, it's just like, again, you know, we won't know beyond a shadow of a doubt. I mean, the thing like hard proof would be like relating them all to the same fucking IP, right? If everything goes back to a specific IP address and things like that, that's a little bit harder to be like, oh well, no, that's fake.
Harder to ignore. It's harder to ignore.
Yeah, exactly. Like what Creep Short did, when she was just like, no, I was IP spoofed, and like, you can't like under these circumstances, that's virtually an impossibility.
Well, she used she used the wrong word. She used the wrong word. They're like, you wouldn't be able to do the stuff that this person was doing if you did get IP spoofed. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. It's like she Googled some terminology and used it, and then fucking they're like, you're using it wrong. You know, like you use the wrong terminology. Like it makes you look more suspicious than helping you look more innocent. You know?
Okay. Well, look. Okay. If that's true, right? If they're in the hands of the people that need them at this point, wouldn't it be best to just stay quiet about it and then let the authorities handle it and not draw any attention to it?
No, he's got to protect his pride, dog.
If it's something,
no.
something that requires, legal intervention, I would think that it would be best to just let that play out, right?
Yeah.
Instead of worrying about whether or not you were right in the situation.
I kind of want to well, you know what? I'll save it for later. Never mind.
No, because I'm just saying, look, if you want to take your victory laps, dog, once it's all done and the dust is settled and you were absolutely right, look, I would be the first one to be like, hey, man, you had it right all along. You know what I mean? But nothing's been proven beyond a reasonable doubt just yet. I mean, yeah, there's suspicious stuff. And like I said, with the last interview with Delirious, I thought some of the stuff was suspicious. Like I said, the way he reacted to stuff, I was like, okay, it's interesting how he's acting regarding the Sarah girl as opposed to how he acted with the Psy girl. He seemed a little bit more shook with the Sarah stuff than the Psy stuff,
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that he had stuff on the ready to immediately respond to these girls also kind of raised a little bit of suspicion for me. I'm like, it's interesting. It's almost like he knew to have something ready to respond. So I'm just saying, and again, that's not me saying, he for sure has done these things. I found that to be interesting. So don't think that people are not seeing what's going on out here and just wanting to side with Delirious because, it's Delirious and, everybody loves him and there's no way he could do that he could do no wrong or anything.
It's just questionable. It's not concrete enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to make such a major decision for such a major accusation. And then, you know what I mean? I don't want that kind of responsibility. I want to know that I'm fucking right before I make a decision. At least that's me anyway. Yeah. I don't speak for everybody here, but I think, we're all kind of Delirious. I don't even know who he is. That's
the same. I don't know who he is. I don't give it. Look, truthfully, for anybody that's a Delirious fan in the chat, no offense, but I don't know the guy. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a shit what happens.
But it's innocent until proven guilty. It's innocent until proven guilty.
Exactly. I offer him the same kind of deference I would anybody, even you, Ohm. You know what I mean? When there was some fugazi,
dude, the fake allegations that came up about him, dude. No, I was literally like, those are fake. Like I was not backing that shit.
I called that shit out. I was that's definitely fake.
Yeah, we defended that on Crow's stream. We were just like, this seems fugazi as fuck, and that's why we didn't even talk about it because it's just like it's obvious. Fake DMs were obvious. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's just like
we did rib him a bit. We ribbed him a bit though.
We did.
I was like, Ohm has no game. There's no way he goes. Yeah, I want to see what trans badge or some shit. I don't know. It is wild.
That saved him in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but again, because especially when it comes to serious allegations, that's the most notorious shit that you can do to somebody, I think, online is label them as something of a pred, especially when it involves people that are underage. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So,
absolutely.
Like I said, if you're going to be talking about stuff like that, if there's going to be those kind of allegations, right? Well, fuck. You know what I mean? Better come prepared. Better pack a lunch. So,
pack a lunch? The fuck? The fuck does that mean?
That means come prepared. That means come prepared. That's it. Come prepared.
John, that's so retro of you, my friend. What the fuck was that?
That's how you love me. That's how you love me. That's how you love me.
It's Consuelo's gone. Never mind.
Oh, hi here.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, you are there?
Fuck. Yeah. Why'd you mention her name?
I wanted to see. Consuelo, can you make sure he packs a lunch?
See.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck was
All right, let's
continue
on with this shit. Let's look over this one.
Hope you guys are having a good day / night. So, real quick, I just want to say sorry for the lack of uploads. I have been busy.
It does sound like
This
Louis.
is one of them because today we're going to be talking about H2O Delirious again.
Yeah.
And no, this is not
With,
about
like, thin
so stop
speech
with
patterns.
what did he do this time when literally the title isn't even named after him. Like, come on, there are two sides to the story, so pay attention to both of them, you fucking idiot. I just want to smack some of these people and tell them to shut the fuck up and pay attention because holy shit, I am losing it with some of these people that are one-sided for no reason when there's so much to cover and you got fucking idiots like this saying, I could care less, it happened in 2013. Well, then you fucking devolve donkey, and then that means whatever bullshit that's true from the website.
What's happening? Like,
It doesn't matter because it happened.
I do not like this.
He's upset.
He's upset at people commenting on his video.
What happened, dude?
I don't know. I think he got mad. I mean, look, I don't know if Chilled Venom is gonna see this. Chilled,
Your mask off.
Chilled, don't worry about what people say in the comments, bro. There's gonna be people that are gonna troll. It's not that big of a deal. Don't even
off.
Yeah, don't even address them, man. Just keep doing what you do, man.
It went from 0 from 100, dude. Like I was like, I don't even know he was talking about it anymore. Like what? Like where do we go?
I mean,
How did we get?
In fairness, maybe it's his character. I don't know because I've only seen this is only the second video of his I've seen. Maybe it's a character. I don't know, but if it's not, I would say don't let it get to you, bro. It is what it is. Don't worry.
It's not that deep.
Yeah, it's not that deep, bro.
Decades ago, you're just being a fucking idiot, and it just sounds fucking stupid. And take note, I am being neutral and fair here, so if you want to come here and spew bullshit from either side of the drama, I'm gonna call you out for it. So don't be fucking stupid when it comes to making decisions in comments, all right? And again, no harassment is tolerable, so please be mature and act like adults. Please and thank you. I don't like attacking and attempting to ruin people's careers, and I think this is a garbage mindset to have. But anywho, let's just get right into this video already. All right, so let's just get straight to the point. So H2O Delirious actually got suspended from Twitter not too long ago with one of his many alt accounts like Batcoon. And if you think I'm lying about that, here is H2O Delirious on his baby's account adding the account Batcoon. And I don't know if it's permanent or not, but it did happen. And no, this is not all I have to say because there are some things I want to connect it with.
What
so
do you mean?
basically,
so what he just added it like. Just followed the account. Is that what they're fucking implying there? Or?
No. What they're saying is that so Delirious, the two known accounts on Twitter that Delirious has is the Batcoon account and his H2O Delirious account, which is his main account. So, but they've both been suspended. So those are the two known ones that he has. Now I believe he's going to go into the ones that are suspected to also be Delirious that are also gone.
Okay.
Accounts were made and DM'd me after I released the first video I made on Delirious, that being the Evening the Odds video. And this account goes by the name of Pizza Pirate. And I had many conversations with this person, and all this person really wanted to talk about is how Ohm is such a bad person, showing me screenshots about websites that had this and that about Ohm, and just slandering his name completely the entire time, really talking about nothing else. And after some conversations with Pizza Pirate, he was randomly suspended. I was very confused as to why it happened. And so I just left the chat, and then I went to go check on Delirious's account, and holy fuck, this guy also got suspended as well. I was shocked because it was a very big Twitter user that just got the ban hammer, and so did the alt account, and that led me to think a little bit that two alt accounts got deleted at the same time. And then I realized at some point, holy shit, I was actually talking to Delirious. It was the very same guy that I accused in a video just messaging me on an alt account, trying to make me believe the slander that he was putting on Ohm. It makes sense. And for further suspicion that these two are the same person, the pirate guy left a message, and then H2O Delirious tweeted in the same minute as he left.
That doesn't really prove anything. That doesn't really prove anything.
I don't think any of this proves anything, to be honest.
So Delirious left the message and then switched alt accounts to tweet something, which is not the best move to make when you are literally texting someone that has made videos on you with not such a positive light at all. And on top of that, I also checked the alt account that was accused to be Delirious on the Sarah interview. And guess what? That was also suspended as well. Why would all these accounts all be suspended at the same time, you may ask? Well, because I think they are all Delirious. And
so four accounts, apparently, that were suspended around the same time.
Right. So I could argue, though, that this guy wants to paint this narrative that these accounts are all him. So why wouldn't he just go flag all these accounts? You mass flag them, and then fucking they go down, and then he makes this video. And it's like, I'm using this as evidence. I could say the same shit. He's speculating,
Yeah.
Now, I'm not trying to sit here and bullshit you guys. Come on. And keep in mind that the account that was accused to be Delirious made death threats to Sarah, which is one of the victims from the interview.
He's talking about the Ray Harpy account, which, again, look, That is suspicious for sure. It's suspicious, but again, beyond a reasonable doubt, do we know?
Still circumstantial.
Yeah.
That she had with Ohm.
So I got a DM from a page it came through as like a message request. So I went into the profile first just to kind of see, and there was no profile picture, very, kind of no really activity on the page. Almost instantly making threats about my daughter, my 5-month-old daughter. They knew her name, which, to be fair, wasn't that much of a deal because I have often tweeted about her. But they were sending emojis of guns and a car and saying my daughter's name and saying that she is gone.
And did they say anything else? Like what happened with the account after that?
Yeah, so they went on to tweet on their actual page saying it will happen.
And then, did anything happen with the account afterwards, or is the account still live?
The account disappeared for a while. I think it kind of deactivated, but then it was actually by chance. I kind of noticed I was back in my DMs a few days later, and the messages were there again. So I clicked into them, but it was a whole different. The account had rebranded. It was they had a profile picture now, and they were making out like they were a spam account. Just posting all these stupid links and acting as if they were literally just some kind of bot, and it was a whole spam account.
So again, from the fact that all these accounts were suspended at the same time baffles me, because an alt account that came to me in DMs just wanted to call bullshit and slander Ohm's name, trying to make me be one-sided instead of neutral, and an alt account that made death threats towards Sarah also got suspended.
Yeah.
Every day.
Matter of fact, you knew a kid that did stuff like that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unprompted
we'll leave it at
by
that.
anybody else. So
yeah, we'll leave it at that though.
And Delirious's alt account, Badcoon, also got suspended along with Delirious's main account at the same time. All right, post-editing, because I forgot to mention two things. So Pizza Pirate, aka Delirious, has also sent multiple messages to Rounds, harassing Rounds, calling him Ryan when that's not his name at all, and said that he has found interesting things on a sketchy website that contains a lot of misinformation about Ohm. And a lot of the info that Pizza, aka Delirious, has shared with me throughout our conversations has been info that has come directly from Susan Storm, the one who sent the email to a lot of people, which makes me believe that Delirious was...
So let's see what this says here. It says, I'm not into drama. Please don't mention me or my email. I also do not like people who start drama and lie and take the accusations that were once on themselves and try to pin them on others years later for revenge, try to ruin their lives. Ohmwrecker 666, and always has been, and he is so obsessed with people, he won't leave them alone sometimes for over a decade. So I assume this is one that Ohm knows about, the Susan Storm one. I think this might have actually been I feel like this was in one of the videos, although I can't remember because that was 2 months ago. So it's Ohm, since you're here in the chat, this email, was this one of the ones that was sent to either Sai or Sarah? Or anybody, in that circle, or is this just to people like Chilled Venom that this was sent to? Because I assume you know about this, or might be familiar with this email address.
What was the other point that the account was calling someone by a name that wasn't listed on their account that only H2O would know? What's that about?
I think that's something that Sarah had mentioned in, if I remember correctly, in the interview with Ohm. She had mentioned that the person that was contacting her, I think, also knew the name of her husband or baby's father or something like that.
The baby. Yeah.
Details about, basically intimate details about her personal life that she hadn't apparently shared as much online.
But that's still H2O could have told someone this, then they took it into their own hands and was like, well, I'm going to troll this guy because I don't like what they're doing to him.
It's like me telling Steve and then Steve going on and doing something, with the information that only I knew. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get drunk and then I do crazy shit, and then I'm on troll accounts saying dumbass shit when I shouldn't be.
So if you know, Susan Storm was for drama channels. You're thinking of Jenna McKenna. Okay, Jenny McKenna. All right.
That was a hypothetical, by the way. I don't do that for Aura.
Yes, I know. I already know. Yeah.
behind the Susan Storm email as well. So I want to make a decision on some of these accusations, and it's a bold move to make. And I decided to confirm that if this alt account made death threats to Sarah and got suspended at the same time as Delirious, this means that Delirious was the one that made the death threats to Sarah and paints him more as a liar for saying
what? How do you just what?
Yeah, it just kind of jumped that? There. Yeah,
like,
it literally just jumped there.
I mean, you're just gonna confirm it. I'm just gonna confirm it. Okay. I guess I don't know. Is Chill I mean, it's
detective. Well, fucking is he a sleuth? I don't know.
Yeah. Some kind of computer analyst for.
Maybe he's being hyperbolic. Maybe he's just saying. I don't know.
I mean, it would be better for him to say he's of the opinion. Just to keep himself, safe.
To be less definitive, yeah.
Yeah, to be less definitive because we don't know. I mean, and look, all of this could be possible. It could be true. It's definitely interesting, right? That if these accounts were truly all suspended around the same time, that definitely raises eyebrows.
Yeah, it raises the flag or whatever you want to call it.
And the thing is, too, here's the other interesting thing, too. If they all become live again at the same time, including Delirious's account. I think that's another thing that, again, you want to take a closer look at to see if they all go live at the exact same time, right? Once the suspension is over. So I'm sure people are going to be paying attention to that. So,
but wait, if they're all suspended at the same time, wouldn't they all get just reinstated at the same time, anyways, even if they weren't connected?
I don't know. See, that's the thing. That's the other thing too. Like they say they were all suspended around the same time. What would be interesting to see is if they all go live like on the same day, right? Because nobody has said that they all were suspended at on the same day. They've just said around the same time, which again, it's a bit of a semantical argument, but that's what I think people should pay attention to see though, is if any of these accounts all go back up again, because I would think if they're all linked together, right, to the same person, then they theoretically, I mean, in case I'm wrong, because then again, I don't know shit about Twitter. I would think that they would all go back up around at the same time if they're all linked together.
If they're banning by IP or
if they're banning by IP or whatever, so
that he's not the one that made those death threats. Why would Twitter ban all these accounts at the same time? They seem to know more about Delirious than everyone else. And shit, this can even make a possibility that the authorities are involved and they prove that Delirious are these alt accounts and decided to ban.
I mean, I don't see why the authorities would get involved in.
Who is this person, John?
This is a guy named Chilled Venom.
Let me look him up. I've never heard of this person. I don't know.
They're trying to be like you said.
What? Why?
They're trying to be cool.
Well, they're not doing a very good job.
No, they're failing.
Violating the Twitter's policies. And if any of you want to say that Delirious's alt account that made death threats towards Sarah was suspended for a while, well, here's a screenshot from less than half a week ago, still with the account up and running. And since he got suspended on his main account, I don't know where he would make a response. So I went to go look around, and then I saw his community page, and he made the following post where he said, Twitter accounts got hit with a bunch of spam crap. I was suspended, which I can see from the email Twitter sent me.
Jesus
Christ. We'll be getting them back soon, but until then, I guess I'll message here randomly. Spam crap, but you literally made an alt account sending death threats to one of the victims and then turned into a spam account to try and hide your tracks. I'd say that's a little hypocritical if you ask me. And you even decided to DM me after I made a video on you on your alt account, Pizza Pirate, to try and tell me why Omen's such a bad person, trying to slander his name with false information from a website that has a bunch of lying trolls that mix in lies with truths. So unless I see specifically what you got suspended for on that email, I won't believe anything you got to say for why you got suspended. Delirious seems to be having some tendencies for lying a lot now, but anywho, that's where I'm going to leave it because that's all I have to say. And I remember someone saying that I'm sus for just wrapping up so quickly in the end of my video when I literally do that every fucking video, but I guess that's how it is. Anywho, thank you guys for watching. See you on the next one. Subscribe if you're new. Laters.
Okay. So that's
so suspect that he doesn't end the video long. Like I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty gay.
I think this person's suffering from listening to their fucking comment section and actually taking them seriously. So just a tip. Don't fucking do that. They're here to watch you. You're not there to watch them. Okay?
Yeah. Just get right into it.
Friendly tip. You know?
So look,
go ahead, John. I'm sorry. I don't
No, I
want
was
to
gonna say that's Chill Venom's video. Make of it what you will.
What do you think of it, John?
Look, I think for sure the only thing that I think is worth noting there that people probably should consider is, okay, the accounts went all went down around the same time, allegedly. I think what people need to look at now is to see if they all go live again at the same time, because again, that would be another, I guess, piece of the puzzle, right, to trying to prove whether or not this is true. And look, it very well could be. It very well could be Delirious, running gay ops. I wouldn't be surprised, right? I mean, Creepshark, like I said, Creepshark is the best example to look at when you think of somebody that, when people think, oh, why would a large creator do this? Why would a large creator run gay ops like this? Like I said, look at what Creepshark did, right? Now, granted, Delirious is way bigger, but that doesn't mean he's above doing something like this, right?
Creepshark wasn't a small fish either. She was at like 600K. You know what I mean?
Yeah. She didn't have to do this shit. She had too much to lose. Like that's
she lost like 50% of her subs, dude. Yeah.
I don't get why these big creators do these unnecessary risks though, because like it's not worth it. Like maybe if you're small fry, right? Like you're 1,000 or less subs.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. It doesn't make any sense, but at the same time, we can't dismiss the possibility that it could happen because, like I said, she basically took that and she took a big old dump on that idea, right? By showing that she was doing gay ops in the background. So that's what I mean. It's always a possibility that he could very well be behind doing all this stuff. But again, without
couldn't Ohm be doing gay ops too?
Well, anybody could. That's the thing. It's just
the
anybody
topics
in that
are Ohm and Delirious. So
yeah,
I'm gonna pose the question to you, John, if you may. Who's more likely, in your opinion? I know this might be a little bit of a loaded question, but in your opinion, who out of everything you've seen is more likely to pull gay ops, Ohm or Delirious? From all the actions you've seen of them thus far, who's more sus?
I mean, why not both? Like I said, more sus.
Anybody.
I'm gonna say Ohmwrecker off the bat. Yeah. That's my stance. Ohmwrecker.
That's more him. Like Ohmwrecker.
Thank you, Consuelo.
Let's go.
Yeah, like I said, anybody can do it. It's really hard to say. Like, look,
you're not going to take a stance, so that's respectable. Steve, what do you think?
Because there's no way to know. That's the thing. There's no way to know without hard evidence.
It's no big deal.
I'm a facts and evidence guy. So,
what do you think?
I don't like either of them. I don't like Delirious and I don't like Ohmwrecker. I don't like Delirious for reasons I can't even say, and I don't like Ohmwrecker because he says like, "I've seen evidence. Just take my word for it, bro." I don't like anybody like that.
You need to look. I know it would seem a little weird to just rage for the sake of Delirious, even though you have no idea who he is. But hey, Crow did it, so it shouldn't be that hard.
I don't know. No, I don't like Delirious for reasons I've been told privately that I can't fucking. I'm gonna pull an Ohmwrecker and say, but I'm not telling you. I'm not making any accusations. I'm not saying don't like him. I'm just saying I personally don't like him for stuff that other people told me privately.
Ohm can't answer any questions. He's too much of a pussy. Or
I'm sorry, you asked me a question.
Consuela, what do you think? Who's doing gay ops, Consuela?
Why can't both of them be?
Okay, Consuela can't talk right now. All right, we'll
leave
it at fucking pussy, and we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. No, I don't know Delirious. I don't know most of the Vanoss crew at all, to be honest. I go with the evidence.
Hot wife. Well, it's not even his wife. Fucking whatever.
See, my thing is this, right? Looking at the situation objectively, right? Because I have no allegiance to Delirious either. You know, I mean, I've watched a lot of the old Vanoss crew stuff, but again, look, just because you watch these creators doesn't mean that you. What were you gonna say? I can finish.
I'm just gonna basically I'm gonna go with the side that basically has where evidence points to. For me right now, everything is pretty circumstantial. Nothing's that concrete. Yes, it looks like it could be a matter of the fact, but at the same time, I'm like, there's lots of stuff to leave open that I'm not gonna make a definitive or conclusive decision on anything right now because there's nothing that strongly available for me to do so. So that's what it is. You know, I'm not really not going against Delirious because I'm a fan of his. I'm not going against him because innocent until proven guilty, and it's he hasn't been proven guilty yet. So
and that's basically where I'm at too. Oh, somebody asked in chat, Jessica Foster, not to sound, but what's gay ops? Gay ops is basically when you're behind the scenes, you're sitting there doing shit like trolling people or trying to conspire to do fucking fucked up things to people behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's what doxers do, kind of. It's the best way
like
to
doxing,
put it.
things like that, harassing people, panning,
posing as someone else as a friend to gain personal information to use against someone. That's
yes, exactly,
basically conspiring, to break it down, conspiring to do shit to somebody behind the scenes.
Biggest places that happens is Discord. Like fucking people infiltrate Discords, take fucking screenshots of people. Of things that people say and they use it against you, like, oh look, he supports racism, and it's like other people doing stupid banterous language.
Discord sucks the most. It's because you can literally change your name to anything you want and just put like that, right? And then you say whatever you want, and then get that nice crop screenshot, send it over.
Now, don't get me wrong. This is, and I said this last time when I went over the interview that Ohm did with Sarah. I thought that was a better interview. I thought that there was more compelling evidence in that. So look, do I think that it's possible that Delirious could be running gay ops? Absolutely. It's certainly possible. Do I know for a fact that he is? No, I don't, because there's just nothing that directly until you show something that directly links to him, right? That you could show beyond a reasonable doubt that it is him, right? It's all just going to be conjecture. It's all just going to be assumption. It's all going to be speculation. You know what I mean? You have to be able to prove it.
Wait, allegedly, what was the reason H2O Delirious got suspended?
Spam. But the thing is, and that's the other thing too, I think it'll be interesting to see if people press him on showing the evidence and he doesn't want to. I think that'll be kind of telling too.
He got suspended for spam.
Well, he says that's the email he got was for spam.
Pull up the email, John. I think you have it.
I'll pull up what it said on what the Twitter. What basically Twitter?
If you don't have it, it's on Drama Alert.
In regards,
I got it.
In regards to spam, what would the criteria need to be for it to?
Well, I'm going to show you right now because I went over this earlier. So it certainly could fall under spam, right? So, but again, we don't know. So this is the platform manipulation and spam policy on Twitter. So you see the overview, September 2020. You may not use Twitter services in a manner intended to artificially amplify or suppress information or engage in behavior that manipulates or disrupts people's experience on Twitter. We want Twitter to be placed where people can make human connections, find reliable information, and express themselves freely and safely. To make that possible, we do not allow spam or other types of platform manipulation. We define platform manipulation as using Twitter to engage in bulk, aggressive, or deceptive activities that misleads others and or disrupts their experience. Platform manipulation can take many forms, and our rules are intended to address a wide range of prohibited behavior, including commercially motivated spam that typically aims to drive traffic or attention from a conversation on Twitter to accounts, websites, products, services, or initiatives, inauthentic engagements that attempt to make accounts or content appear more popular or active than they are, coordinated activity that attempts to artificially influence conversations through the use of multiple accounts, fake accounts, automation, and or scripting. And this is probably the one where it would really kind of fall under coordinated harmful activity that encourages or promotes behavior which violates the Twitter rules.
Yeah, that shit is so fucking stupid because everything there, oh my god. It's just Twitter saying they don't want you to like self-advertise. They don't want you to grow. They just want to like. This is the fucking stupidest thing I've ever read. It's so
you can get false flags.
It feels constraining. Like it's like what the fuck is this?
Well,
shit?
I think let's look over Twitter's their abusive behavior policy and see.
Oh boy,
let's look at that real quick, just to kind of get a little bit more clarity on everything here. So. This is their abusive behavior policy. So you may not engage in targeted harassment or someone or incite other people to do so. We consider abusive behavior or an attempt to harass, intimidate, or silence someone else's voice. So rationale on Twitter, you should be all right. Well, we don't need to be that.
Oh my god! Anything can be defined by targeted harassment.
Basically.
Dude.
So violent threats, we prohibit content that makes violent threats against an identifiable target. Violent threats are declarative statements of intent to inflict injuries that will result in serious and lasting bodily harm, where the individual could die or be significantly injured. I will kill you. We have a zero tolerance policy against violent threats. Those deemed to be sharing violent threats will face immediate and permanent suspension of their account, wishing, hoping, or calling for serious harm on a person or group of people. So this is interesting, right? And the reason why I want to highlight this for a moment is because in at least what I saw, and maybe there's more in the spam policy, it doesn't say anything about permanent suspension, right?
Why doesn't Ross get taken down? Shit, Ross should have been gone. Like,
yeah,
no, for real.
Well, that's okay. Hold on, that's because Ross is a nobody, and Delirious is a 1 million fucking right.
Yeah,
1 million follower count. That's
probably.
Yeah. We're gonna take the Belle Aubrey out. And it's like, well, actually, hers is the exact opposite.
So I want to point this out because as far
dude, H2O Delirious is actually in chat, by the way.
Is he?
Oh no!
Yeah, that's the actual one. He has the great check mark. Yes.
Delirious, do you want to come in here?
You want to explain this? We need explanation.
Don't be like
the terrorizer.
Don't be like Ohmwrecker.
Ohm texted, "Hi, Ohm."
I mean, you want to set the record straight on this stuff?
Yeah, and if like again, Ohm already declined.
Ohm's a bitch. Of course, he declined.
Ohm would not come in and look, we'll give you a fair shake, man. We're not gonna dogpile you on anything. We just want to know. We want some clarification on some.
I actually have a question. Hold on. I have a question for Ohm. I'm not gonna call you a pussy, but it's a simple question. Just a simple question. Like, why are you in the chat right now? Like, what brought you here? Because it's so unusual, right? Like, do you know something's up? And then like, what's going on? Why are you here? Like, it's weird. It's strange to me. That's all. Like, can you answer that question, or are you gonna bitch out? Like, well,
I think he's answering. I think he's answering your
almost,
question.
Yeah.
Oh, is he
bitch.
answering?
I'm watching my dog.
Look at the screen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ohm is a bitch, and I'm watching my daughter. That's all I have to say. That's what H2O Delirious said.
I mean, you're welcome to chill in the chat.
I was actually asking. Well, at least he fucking answers. Fucking Ohmwrecker will never answer a question.
He answers faster too.
Wait. I wanna fucking acknowledge that Ohmwrecker is calling Delirious a pedophile right now.
Oh,
is he?
Let me send this over to TJB. I know you guys get along a lot, Ohm. And you know how many videos he makes on you.
Stop.
You can have a field day with this one. Hold on. No,
Ohmwrecker
it's okay. It's all right. You have fun. Ohm, you have fun with all the videos made on you.
Oh, Jesus. Oh my God.
Ohmwrecker's a faggot.
Consuelo,
I think it's funny because like
down.
his boy's video is like, well, these accounts were trying to talk shit about Ohm and make me think one way about Ohm. Ohm's coming into the chat and talking shit about Delirious. So what the fuck? Like, you can't bitch about so they do.
Yeah.
All right.
So
but his is for the the virtue signaling, right?
So just that, like,
Jacobia says, "Ohm, you fucking pussy. We know you stalk, dox, and lie."
Listen,
I added the part, but I'm sure that's what they're thinking.
Listen, the invitation. Look, the invitation is out there for either Ohm or Delirious to come on. If you guys want to do this, we could go back to YouTube 5 years ago and have a blood sports night. Let's go.
Yeah,
we could do blood sports, or if you want to have like some bullshit, you want to hit somebody up in DMs if you feel like it. I don't know.
No. But in all seriousness, look. Like I said, Ohm, you're welcome to come on. We will treat you civilly. We'll let
I'll leave if you need me to.
You know what I'm saying? We're not going to dogpile you, dog. We just want to ask
I will.
questions. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just kidding.
Maybe send you can always mute send. But we'll give you a fair shake, man. If you want to try to provide receipts for what you got.
Wait, allow me one more question, Sir Ohmwrecker. One more question, and I'll be nice about it. Why did you tweet? It's no error. Like, what was the point of that? And then after you did that, you closed the replies. Like, what was that? I know it's kind of a double question, but I'm curious.
All right, so Delirious says, I will say this. Ohm instantly gloated about the about the Twitter to terrorizer. He is the reason for some reason. It's obvious. Called me his stalker. LOL. And he says he's petty. That's why.
Jesus Christ.
So, like I said, look, both of you are welcome to chill in the chat. Like I said, we're looking at the situation as objectively as possible here. I'm not taking any sides because I don't know. I don't know either
I
one
already
of you.
took a side.
I don't know either one
I
of you.
think Ohmwrecker
But,
is a faggot.
Thank
in fairness.
Thank you.
So, in fairness, do you understand why there's so much hostility towards you regarding how you've handled this stuff? Can you see it from a rational, from that standpoint of the way things have been mishandled up to this point? Why people are not really giving you the benefit of the doubt by the way you've handled stuff? And that's not me, attacking. It's just me. I'm posing just a legit question to you.
Yeah. Fucking John, can you do me a favor? One
What's
solid.
up?
You leave the stream up.
Yeah, I'll leave the stream up. This stream will stay up this time. This one will stay up this time.
John.
Because the thing is, look, truthfully, man, the way everything was handled, I think from the beginning is what really is. It's the main reason why nobody's really giving you the benefit of the doubt on these claims. You know what I mean? And why they're very skeptical. And it's not to say that some of the stuff you haven't brought up is interesting, but again, you haven't, to this point that I've seen, provided anything that is what I would consider to be a smoking gun.
Yeah.
Well, not even that, but
any of these claims.
Oh, okay, so I was gonna say, I was like, you haven't really presented anything in the most credible light, and you were involved in a conspiracy group to fucking leak this information. We've seen it. You showed it to us.
Luke.
Yes, prison mate Luke with
oh yeah, that fucking retard. I remember. Oh fuck.
He sucks.
And here's the thing: if you've already fucked your credibility, you're gonna need to come with receipts for anyone to take you seriously. So why even open your mouth if you're not going to show anything?
And here's the thing:
well, not just
He's
receipts.
a faggot.
Oh my God, Consuelo, please calm down.
Right. So let me get this super chat real quick from Rogue. Thank you so much for the 2. Got a track record of backstabbing drama. Not gonna lie. Look,
that's another issue.
And that's one of the things, man. I know that you had mentioned that you had receipts, but that you couldn't show them because it might dox the person or might unintentionally dox the person. But the thing is, you could just as easily you could redact stuff, man. You could redact anything that's in an identifiable feature or identifiable information, I should say, and just show what you have, man. And honestly, that would go a long way, man. It would go a long way of potentially changing people's minds. You know what I mean? And could help you. But like I said, to this point, none of that has been shown. And again, and look, people in the chat, I know that y'all don't care for Ohm. Try to keep it as civil as possible. But
it's appreciated. You know what I mean? It's appreciated.
But
as a public figure, he can handle it.
Yeah.
So but it's not our stream, dog. It's John's stream.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Listen to John.
So Delirious says, I have the screenshot of him gloating. He said, my stalker suspended Merry Christmas, sent an image of the suspension to Terrorizer. Interesting. I mean, do you have that screenshot, Delirious? You can send it via DMs.
Yeah, here, my DMs are open.
Yeah, you could either send it to Sen or Sen. Give him your Twitter or
Sen. I swear to God.
Or put it mine. Or put mine.
I put mine. Mine is in the chat,
sir.
Mine is in the chat. You have to follow me to DM me, Mr. Delirious. So,
Mr. Delirious, how are you today?
He's suspended on Twitter. He's suspended on Twitter, Sen.
Okay, so I'm just saying, Luke had a group stuff going and brought me in only because he wanted to get in touch with Kilobyte. Interesting. So, your old buddy, Prismate Luke, apparently brought Ohm in. Is that what you're confirming here and now, Ohm? Is that it was actually Prismate Luke that brought you in, not that you seeked him out or seeked anybody else out? So you tell me that Prismate Luke is the mastermind. He's the one that brought you into the fold.
Oh, God.
Is that what you're saying? I just want to get clarity. That's it. See, it would be so much easier if you just
throw him under the bus. It doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, we forgot about this. Good point, Delirious. LOL, my Twitter is dead.
No, I just said that.
No. But don't you have the baby Delirious account or whatever, Delirious?
Not anymore. They all went yeet. They all
died. Damn, son.
Holy shit.
Delirious. What about Discord? Got Discord?
Jesus Christ.
You want to DM me as Steve July?
This is getting interesting because I want to know. If Prismate Luke was the mastermind behind all this shit. That'd be interesting.
Here, Delirious
sucks.
Yeah, that's the case.
I mean, look, if that's the case, if that's the case, that might help you a little bit. I don't know how much now.
Oh no, Mr. Sin, why you put Discord in the chat? Oh no, Mr. Sin.
I'm not gonna give him a reason to go after my family pages. Fair enough.
Oh fuck! I almost broke my. All right, I'm good.
Okay, so says he was working on an update video. I was working on a response to Terrorizer's lie because the harassment from that was going on for months. Okay.
No. Okay.
So,
bitch.
so he reached out to you. He reached out to you. Yes or no? He reached out to you, or did you saw what he was doing and you formed a mutual partnership? What's the deal? So.
For being busy, he sure has a lot of time to talk on the chat.
Hey, look. I want to get as much information as possible, just to kind of see what the whole story is. I want to see what the whole picture is on all this shit.
Maybe he's in the doctor's office and he can't be streaming. I don't know.
Oh my god, dude.
So, hold on, I got an idea.
All right, John, you take care of it.
Hold on, because I'm going to hit up our mutual friend, who we will not name right now, that we all know, to see if he can get something for me.
We love them.
To see if he can get something for me. So, so no one knew Kyla, only Ohm. No way Luke knew about her, nor the other girls. That's interesting. I'm being told this by somebody. So what do you have to say about that? Him saying he was working on an update video is weird. How did he know? So how did you know?
Yeah, By the way, I'm gonna show a live stream me and Steve the Live did, where we destroyed Ohmwrecker's credibility. Right, Steve?
I love that. I can't remember, but I'm gonna take your word for it.
Yeah, we fucked them up, dude. We fucked them up. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah. Gotta make those moves. All right, cool.
All right, so let's see if we can get a hold of that somehow. So what's the deal? What's the deal with that?
I leave it in your capable hands.
Okay, so the Louis girls got mixed in because of him wanting to know about Kyla. Okay, so basically that whole situation, right, is basically what that was going to be collateral damage. That was just going to be the icing on the cake. I mean, because it seems like looking at it objectively from the outside, I mean, it looks, at least to me, like your intended target was always Delirious. You know what I mean? And if anybody else got wrapped up, that was just either an added bonus or collateral damage. Like, what's the deal? I mean, what was the whole intention? I mean, was it just we could get look, if we get one guy and we get anybody else in the process, that's a win too. Or if we don't get the guy that we're targeting, anybody else will do. Like, what was the mentality behind all this shit? I'm really trying to understand.
Well, some of this bullshit has
we're going to
true.
play Don't Starve, want to join?
Ohmwrecker. I didn't like his hand.
Shut the fuck up, Consuelo.
Oh, no.
So Delirious claims that Ohm's target is and will always be
Shotty.
Marcella Wildcat. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. This is wow.
Well, you know, like, I guess it kind of does make sense. Then we have the one theory, like, if they could take down at least one, then other allegations will stick. So maybe that's why, you know, I guess the strongest ones that they have right now is probably against Delirious. So that's probably why they're gunning for him the most, you know? I don't know.
Okay, so Ohm says no, Delirious wasn't a target. I was working on a response against Terrorizer. You know,
this is the most unorthodox fucking stream where we're talking to the people in the chat and waiting. Can we like play music or something in the background? Shit, like this is the weirdest thing.
I mean,
we're all sitting in
I think this is the first time we've ever done this, though, right? Like where we've had the two opposing people in the chat. I mean, it would be better.
I get it. I get it.
It would be great.
Yeah, I get it that they're busy. But this is so unorthodox. It's so weird.
I give
It
zero
is.
facts.
It's the most bizarre thing that happened.
to
Hey, look, I'm here for it though. Like, hey, you guys keep going. I love it. It's just fine, but it would be easier if one if not both of you were here.
I'm gonna play Smash Brothers, so I'll be here if you need me.
Ohmwrecker sucks.
Consuela's on fire tonight.
So Delirious says, I'm actually going to go, but almost stay because he has no life. Jeez. All right.
All right, Mel. Thanks for coming and giving whatever context you could, I guess, man.
Well, yeah, look, if you ever want to add more context behind what you're saying here, Delirious, or have your own receipts, hit me up. I guess whenever you get your Twitter back or whatever, or through Discord.
Don't you have a business email, John? Don't you have a business email?
Yeah, but I'm not going to say it online.
I'm talking about for like YouTube only. Like it's a burner email for inquiries only.
I mean, I don't know.
I do. Do you want to use my business email?
I guess if you want to put it out there, look, Delirious, if you want to hit up Aura, if Aura is comfortable with putting out that information, you could go ahead, Aura.
It's a business email, so like it's meant for like YouTube shit. If you want to, if not, I don't care. Okay, but I'm trying to make the line of communication easier if you want to.
I want to clarify something with Ohm. How did Luke hear about Kyla in the first place? I'm wondering. Because, Kyla is obviously linked to Louis. So message your business email. All right. Is your business, I assume your business email is on
I posted it in chat.
All right. So we'll see if we can get more
that's
clarification on some of the stuff. So
yeah.
And Aura posted his if you want that, and we'll see what we can what information we can get on this. So, but regarding the whole Kyla thing, like how did Luke even know about her? Because you're saying that Luke asked you about her. So how did he even know about her to begin with?
TikTok.
And was that because he was already Damn it, Consuela. ¿Por qué?
I just called out the faggot in chat who won't answer your question.
There goes the
monetization. Dude, blame Crow. Blame Crow. He's the one who said it was all right.
Nope. Tipster, where are you, Tipster? I need you.
Tipster.
There's an interesting stuff that happened on Tipsters. But I'll tell you guys after that. It's good stuff.
I'm here.
The reason I think Ohm won't get on the call is because, just my opinion, I know that you feel that it's hostile territory, but truthfully speaking, we will give you a fair shake.
Yeah.
Except for Sen, but we can always mute Sen. So
I'll give you a fair shake.
No, but
yes, and as a favor, let the guy speak. Let the guy speak.
Yeah,
like I said,
I just have to pretend he's Boblax. No problem.
Well, look, the truth of the matter is, look, if we wanted to turn this into a roast fest, we could have already done that shit. You know what I mean? We could have.
Crow's not here. Dude, Crow's on vacation. This is the best time for you. Otherwise, Crow would show up and fucking like murk you and shit. Like, come on. No.
That little bitch.
Is it Consuela? Do we need to like deport her out of this call? Like, I don't understand.
100%.
I don't know.
That's crime. Are you not my crime?
Yes, Consuela, but damn.
So wait, I never got to make this point before, right? So if it's this, right? If this is why Delirious's account got suspended or whatever, there could be a good chance that it could not come back, right? Based on what we see here with the zero tolerance policy.
Sometimes it takes forever if it like Sushi's still banned. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's been banned for months. Like
So
Crow had gotten banned for months. Yeah, actually.
Yeah, so I mean, but obviously it's still possible for somebody to come back even from that, as we've seen, right?
It has to get reviewed. I don't know.
Twitter has to determine whether or not it's as bad as they think it is or not. So it's a possibility, I guess, but I guess that would also kind of give us at least some kind of indication of what it could have potentially been, right? Because I would think with the whole spam thing, the suspension for that is probably not going to be too long. Probably standard suspension time, maybe like 12 days or something. When they suspend you for a couple of days, how long is it typically, Aura?
I don't. Well, yeah, I've been banned a few times. About a week. However, I don't know the policy. Yeah, it's a week. It gradually gets worse until the point where like they just fucking kick you off. Initially, it could be 3 days for certain things, then 12 days for other things like harassment. You know, I think I called Dean a pussy boy one time, and I got a week's worth of fucking suspension because I got harassment.
It starts at 12 hours, I think.
Yeah, which is funny because he wasn't even there. So I don't know, like, fucking why it would have gotten reported. But it's I don't know the fucking policy on spam though. I don't know. I don't know if they just
don't ever get attached to your social media platforms. I guess that's the best idea.
Well, Steve, when you got kicked, it was only for like a week, right? Or was it for a couple days?
But it was for I've been yeeted for a week a few times actually.
Yeah, but it's for the same thing too, isn't it? For like or bad speech or harassment or some shit.
Yeah, harassment or because they like I say bitch. I did for bitch one time. Twitter really tough.
No, that's not good. I immigrate to USA, so I have freedom of speech. To have freedom of speech revoked.
I'm sorry, Consuelo, but you made a grave mistake. Okay, we were gonna have to get used to it. It'll be fine. We'll all be fine.
No.
Yeah, no.
So I guess look, where I stand on all this is like I said, I don't know who's telling the truth. I don't know if there's any truth to any of it. Like I said, there's some interesting stuff that Ohm has posed. Ohm hasn't answered back yet in the chat, so I don't know if he left or if he went to go walk his dog. I don't know. But we'll probably keep this going for a little bit longer to see, but we'll probably close out the stream relatively soon because I'm not sure how much more we're really going to learn.
We're about to hit that 2 hour mark, John.
Yeah, we're about to hit the 2 hour mark as well. So we're really kind of winding down on the
10 minutos.
On what we could really. What
John's like, what the fuck?
So
baffled. Like, what do I do?
No, I'm just trying to. Well, my thing is, look, I'm waiting on some answers for some stuff that I don't think we're gonna get. So
yeah.
There's not really much else we can add. Like I said, I've already said my piece on it. If it turns out that it ends up being true, then it ends up being true. And I'm not saying
leave watch that replay on because
what Chilled Venom put out, he could end up being 100% right. It's certainly possible.
He could be 50% right.
He could be 50% right. Whatever the case may be, he could be 100% right. I don't know. My stance is the same.
Consuelo, mute your shit.
I like to see irrefutable evidence. You know what I'm saying? To show stuff before I'm just like, okay, there it is. Boom.
No, innocent until proven guilty, even if I don't like it. That's what it is.
Joe,
did you go over the Gabbie Hanna stuff?
It took us like 2 seconds.
Who cares?
No, it was in the title. That's why I asked.
Yeah, we did it.
Oh, wait. Speaking of that, did you know yesterday Crow had Boblax in the title and we didn't go over Boblax once?
No. Oh, wait,
you went over Pokemon instead.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And clickbaited again. I love it.
Yeah, we're going to go down one day for that.
Oh, no. I still like Josh. I still like him.
Okay. He's wholesome, right? He's wholesome.
See, he has autism.
So any final thoughts? I guess we'll start with Consuelo. What's your final thoughts on this situation?
We need more lemon pledge. Like fucking, that's what it is.
I need more lemon pledge. Thank you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So I think Ohmwrecker a very, very big bitch. He ran and hid like Anne. Gabbie Hanna. Pobrecito Gabbie Hanna. I feel very bad. I also I joined very late, so I don't understand. What's so funny?
You're funny.
Okay, so what do you think, Sam?
I leave now. I leave to leave.
Ohmwrecker's a pussy and Delirious has a hot wife, and that's all. My thought.
What about you, Steve? What do you think of all this shit? What is
I don't even know what's going on. I just don't like anybody except you guys.
Well, that's good. We appreciate that, man. That's why you're our boy. What about you, Aura? What do you think of all this shit?
Innocent until proven guilty, even if I don't like it. Everyone go to hell.
Like,
I'm jaded.
That's the other thing too. Even if the evidence strongly points towards one side, again, we don't know what we don't know, and that's the bottom line. Oh, Redsky is joining us. Hey, what's up, Redsky?
Oh, guys, what I miss?
Yeah, you just missed it. There was
Consuelo was with
I
us.
saw that Consuelo was in the call. What the fuck was that all
about?
I
don't know, man. She randomly showed up, and she just hung out for a bit. So what do you think of all this? She was clean for a little bit, but she said she had to finish up, so she left, or at least that's what she made it sound like. But so, Red, since you're just now joining us for the first time, what do you think of this situation, man? What do you think of?
Well, I kind of it's about Ohmwrecker, right, and shit going on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, what it boils down to is this: look. Delirious was suspended, and people have pointed out that some of the accounts that at least are even some that are close to him, right, are or have been suspected of being him, were also yeeted. Which again, that's interesting. That's definitely suspicious. Does it prove beyond a reasonable doubt that it's him? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know, but that's the thing. But it is definitely suspicious. And the thing is, I guess the gentleman who made the video, Chilled Venom, said that he had conversations with somebody that he believed to be Delirious, which, again, certainly within the realm of possibility. But outside of just saying, "Hey, I think this is Delirious," I mean, that's not really proof of anything, right?
Yeah, no, that's just hearsay.
Yeah. So.
Speculation,
These all these things they're just speculation at best. I mean, and again, look, because of what happened with Creepshow, I've said it time and time again. It's certain she is proof positive that even larger creators, even though she wasn't that large, she's not that large in comparison to say to somebody like Ohm or even Delirious, but it's not above anybody, right? Anybody is capable of pulling gay ops regardless of how big their YouTube channel is.
Mm-hmm.
So while I say, look, it's certainly within the realm of possibility that Delirious could have done this stuff, the problem right now is there's nothing that people can point to say with 100% certainty that he did do these things. It's just speculation. It's just, even with the stuff with the girl's age, right? The girl, Breland, which, look, I think it's reasonable for most people to assume that he did know her age, right? Considering his circle and the interactions he had with her, I think it's reasonable for people to make that assumption, right? Mm-hmm. The problem is they don't have any proof showing, at least online, right? At least, on Twitter or any other social media site, where Delirious acknowledges her age.
Yeah, interesting.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, although people say, well, there's no, because they try to do the same thing with Pyrocynical, right? There's no way he shouldn't have known. He should have known. He should have known. It's just like, you could say that to your blue in the face. It doesn't mean anything.
Wasn't that kind of the thing with like James Charles too?
Yeah, same thing with him. Again, nobody, remember, none of the people that said in that instance too, right? None of those people said beyond a reasonable doubt, oh yeah, he knew I was this age. They said it, but they never showed any proof for it. Yeah, they never provided proof. There's like, well, my age is in my profile. I was like, well, how do I know you didn't change your profile after the fact?
And then they would like block people and stuff, right?
Yeah, the other thing too is that you're assuming that he saw that. How do we know he just didn't react? And again, there's just no way. There's just no way to know. You don't know what you don't know. So
if you know, you know.
Like John Swan? Like John Swan?
Yeah, exactly like John Swan.
Exactly like John Swan. If you know, you know.
I wish that guy would have never fucked up. He had some kind of swagger to him,
Turkey Tom's better.
Obviously, but John had something going for him.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
And then he fucked it all up.
Don't sweat anything that Ohm says. Don't worry, you're good. You're safe. So just to put that out there. Don't sweat anything he says.
John, you should challenge Ohmwrecker to a boxing match. That would be fun.
I'm down for whatever, whenever, man. Especially if I could get paid.
Yeah.
Damn.
Shoot. If I can get paid, hell yeah, let's do it. I guess Ohm is gone. He's not going to answer the question that I had before. Ohm, you can hit me up in DMs. I don't know if he's walking his dog and he's going to come back.
He ran
and
like Ann.
after the
Yeah, I
fact,
saw Consuelo say that. That's pretty based.
Yeah, super base. So look, the offer still stands. I'll have a civil discussion with you. You know what I mean? If you're willing to have it, DMs are open on Twitter. Or if you want to come on stream sometime, just let me know. Or if for you, if it's a thing that you don't want to give us any clout or anything by coming on stream, that's fine. We could talk in private. I don't care. You know what I mean? We could talk behind the scenes. It doesn't have to be on a stream. It doesn't have to be put out there for everyone to see. So, like I said, just hit me up. We can talk about it. But if not, I guess this is where we'll kind of wrap things up. I want to thank everybody in the chat for showing up. Thank you so very much. Appreciate each and every one of you. Had some fun. Rogue, you are the stream daddy or mommy, whichever you prefer, whichever title you prefer. Just putting it out there, to be super all-inclusive. But I want to thank Steve, Aura, Consuela, who was here earlier, Redski, and Sen. Thank you guys for joining the stream. Appreciate you guys being here. But yeah, I guess this is where we'll wrap it up. If there's anything new, if I find out anything new, I'll do a stream again tomorrow at some point or maybe the next day. So be on the lookout for that. And that's pretty much it. Any final words, gents?
No. See y'all later. I'm out.
No. All right. Well, that's it. That's a wrap then. That's a wrap. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Y'all have a good night.
Peace.